It is time to go racing for the second straight Crown Jewel race of the season. This is the fourth and final Crown Jewel race of the season. We head to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Speedway, Indiana for the running of the Brickyard 400. Carson Bowers, 19, has won the pole for today's race. Outside second, the 6 of Ryan Brommer. Then third's Riley Spurley, fourth we have Antonin Charlebois. Running out the top 5, TJ Hanley in the 23 car. 6th place we have points leader Jose Mills. 7th place it's Cole Luigi. 8th we have Isaac Nichols. In 9th it's Anthony Fox. And Michael Gregory in the 41 rounds out the top 10. Rest of the field, Kukulon in the 51. Outside of him, Derek Hamill in the 20. Then we have Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Outside of him, the 22 of Adam Garcia. Then there's Max Anderson inside Trey Rennie in the 18. And then the biggest news coming into this race, Nathan Orman, the 24, stepping down from his right-handed workforce. He came in 9th in the point standings, so he was in a chase spot. The problem is now, since he's not going to race the next 2 races, he's not going to be in the chase. This opens the door greatly for other drivers to race their way inside the top 10 in points. Patrick Smith takes over the duties of the 24, and he'll start inside the top 20. Inside of him, Jonathan Beeford, the 1. Then we have Eli Bright, the 88, outside Steve Morgan, the 35. Then there's Levi Jones, winner of this race last season. Inside of him, Roman Fenway, the 13. Then we have Marcus Sachi with Griffin Lynn in the 7, along with Diego Yepes and Justin Zidell, the 10. Then there's Jeff Bright and Jay Jefferson, the 78, with Jake Richardson and Marshall Burrow, the 95. Then there's Nathan Stapleton, the 16, Riley Sampson in the 40. Then we have Casey Nako and William Bullen, with Anthony Hernandez and JJ Reed, the 46. Then we have Luke Rainey and Carter Friesen, Edwin Mendez and Scott Gregory. And in the final row, second in points, Dale Lightning. And then 42nd, the 3 of Kashawn Richardson. There's our 42-car field for the Brickyard 400 here in Indianapolis. Let's go on tracks and fire these Gatorade Cup Series cars up.
Drivers, start your engines!
Fired up.
.42 cars are rolling up the starting grid for the 10th Brickyard 400 in the Gatorade Cup Series. Always a crown jewel race once we come here at Indianapolis. Everyone, no matter what you race in, what series it is, you want to win at Indianapolis so you can be able to kiss the bricks at the end of the race. And to win the Brickyard 400 in the Gatorade Cup Series, it'd be an even greater feat. So these drivers, all 42 of them, they're going to be just full out trying to get to victory lane to kiss the bricks. But a lot of these drivers got to go points racing, drivers like Riley Spurley Tube, drivers like, others, Kukulon, that are inside the top 10 or outside the top 10. They're going to try and points race here today, get themselves enough points to get into chase contention. 24 laps in the season 10 Brickyard 400. Bowers on the front row with Ryan Brommer. Down the front stretch, down this long straightaway across the yard of bricks. And we're green flag racing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Wide through 3 and 4. Hanley, the 23, made the big move to the inside, spread to his teammate. Back around to lead lap 1 of the Brickyard 400. TJ Hanley would do it. That 3 wide move gives him the lap 1 lead. Cole Luigi, the 42, jumps low to turn 1. The top of the Pagoda in the middle of the racetrack. Anthony Fox looks 3 wide in the 38 car. This is for the top spot Indy. Cole Luigi fends him off for now through 1 and 2. Luigi slides wide. Fox to the inside. Down the backstretch side by side. Kukulon, the 51s with Fox down low. Kukulon's going to need some points here. He's inside the top 10, but he can never be too safe. He can easily fall out as well. He looks 3 wide, but the 38 keeping it down on the inside. Fox slides a little wide right there. Allows the 51 Kukulon on the inside. Can he make it work? Fox comes down and buries that 38 to the bottom of the racetrack and allows Kukulon to stay behind him. Back to the line. Second lap leg goes to Anthony Fox. Battles on for second. Kukulon trying to fend off Fitzwaters. The 9 is a nice run for Trey Rain, the 18. Trey Rain looking for a wildcard spot or top 10 spot. He comes in inside the top 15 points with 1 victory. A great points day today would be huge for the driver of the 18. Same with the driver of the 88 just behind him. Eli Bright comes in 11th in the points standings, just outside the top 10. 2 wins. He has a wildcard spot right now, but he obviously doesn't want to use that wildcard spot up. He wants to get inside the top 10 in points to make it in. Buford pushing Trey Rainey, clear to second. And now can Trey use that momentum to get to the 38 Fox and make the move for the lead as they go through 3 and now to 4. Jonathan Buford pulls on Trey Rainey for P2, allows Fox to stay clear right now at the front of the field. Back around to the line. Anthony Fox leads his second lap by the Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis. Side by side, Jonathan Buford, Trey Rainey off to turn number 1. Buford the one with help from the 13 car, Roman Fenway. Buford though moves up, now the 13 Fenway jumps to the bottom of the racetrack. Side by side for a second again. Almost contact made. Michael Gregory just behind Roman Fenway. Gregory has had such an on-off season. It's been so bipolar for the driver of the 481. One race he'll go out and dominate and lead a ton of laps to not get the victory lane. The next race he'll be crashed back at 38th. So Michael Gregory has had a very inconsistent season, but he's had some speed to win races. That's probably what frustrates him so much about this season. He had the speed to win, he has just not been able to do it quite yet. Car into the apron, it's the 24 Patrick Smith. So subbing for Nathan Norman, his first race of the season, Smith comes down pit road on lap number 4 with an issue to the 24 car, which will probably put him 1 lap behind our race leaders. Marcus Sacchi, he'll move to second. He comes in just inside the top 20 points, looking for a wildcard spot with 2 victories. He's up to second now as they race down the backstretch. Can't get to Anthony Fox for the lead. It would be his 3rd win of the season if he could get it done here today. He'll try and pull low at the end of the backstretch. He thought better up now, back to the inside again, side by side. Sacchi to the inside. Ford teammate goes with him, Adam Garcia. For Garcia, doesn't care if he pushes that 17 clear. Garcia's looking for a top 10 in points. He comes in top 10 points, Garcia does. He wants to lead one of these next few laps, trying to get 5 bonus points. 24 Patrick Smith leaving pit road, you hear it right there. But goes a lap behind our race leaders, Marcus Sacchi and the rest of the field. Garcia now to second, trying to look to the inside. Sacchi on corner exit. Is he down there? Does he have the nose to the inside? So close to make that pass work. He's still trying off turn 2. Couldn't quite make it work. Down the back though, he's right in line by the 17. He's basically pushing him down the back. 3 Fords lead the way at Indianapolis. Sacchi, Garcia, and Fox. Okay, Garcia go a little wide on corner entrance there, trying to get a nice arc to get great exit speed. Sacchi saw that, I think was kind of ready for it. Was he ready for that though? Off turn 4, Garcia peeked down low, couldn't make the move work though. 4 cars break away single file. Sacchi, Garcia, Fox, and Kukeline. 1, 2, 3, 4. The yellow flag is out for the first time. Caution flag is out. Jose Mills has crashed with Griffin and Keshawn Richardson down the front stretch. So our points there, Mills has crashed down the front, Indianapolis. It brings out the yellow flag. The leaders did take it. And our first yellow flag. Oh, they've wrecked in turn 1 and 2. The 15 has crashed of Jake Richardson. Is anyone else in it, or is it just the 15? It looks like the 14, Scott Gregory, has some damage. The first yellow flag of the Brickyard 400. A crash down the front stretch involves points for Jose Mills, and then they crashed in turns 1 and 2. And it's very possible that Scott Gregory and some others got damage from that. Let's go see the race for our first yellow flag of the Brickyard 400. Jose Mills at 27 has crashed down the front stretch. Off of turn number 4, down the front stretch. 3 wide off of 4. Griffin Lynn, the 7 peaks low on the 27 Mills, the 19th Carson Barrett as well. As they come down the stretch, just too close together. Lynn gets up too high and just clips the 27 Mills down to the inside wall hard, and then 27 spun back up the racetrack into his teammate because Shivers had nowhere to go. 3 hits hard. Nanko gets away. The 3 comes down. Clombers the 7. Lynn goes in the inside wall with the 3 hard. They spin around in front. Richardson crossed the yard of brick sideways. Lynn as well was heavy damage, and Jose Mills going to be done for the day in the 27. That's bad for Mills. Came in as the points leader. He's probably going to lose that points lead. But also, Dale Lenning's running back here. So Lenning right now not really getting too many points on the driver of the 27. What a bad wreck for Richard Childress Racing. The 27 and the 3 both involved. Only one that got away, the 31. But what happened here under the yellow flag? So they race back around. Caution flag is out. Oh! So some cars try to get slowed down or something like that, and they clipped each other. And Eli Bright, the 88, was one of them involved. He's trying to make the chase, remember, on a wildcard spot. So what happened here? 55-40, 48-9 just kind of came down and wiped out the competition. 88 spins around. Brommer slams on the brakes. I think he actually missed it. Jake Richardson gets the worst of it, obviously. But a few cars get heavy damage. They'll now have some damage in the middle of the field. They'll be slower, obviously. That's going to hurt maybe some point situations coming into this race. Marcus Sacchi, though, his point position is not hurting at all. He's out in front of the Brickyard 400. He's just gaining points right now as he leads laps in Indianapolis. Marcus Sacchi out in front in the Brickyard 400 for Season 10. We talked about how Marcus Sacchi's points position is not hurting at all. but it may have just been hurt right here. As they'd taken one to go, Sanchi pulled down low as if there was an apparent issue on the 17. From the race lead, Marcus Sanchez down the access road with an issue. Remember, he came in about 16th in points with 2 victories, looking to stay at top 20 to use it as a wild card. But now he's on the 8th with an issue on the 17 car. As we're coming around complete lap 10, Sanchi will not restart in the lead now, as the 17 is down low, going to come down the pit road with the pace car. Because Sean Rich and Jose Mills, 2 teammates, both retired from crashes. As Patrick Smith, the 24 is a lap down. Remember, he had to come down pit road under the green flag. 39 cars are on the lead. Lap 40 are going to be on the racetrack, and Marcus Sachi, we'll see if this is terminal or if it's just a mistake that they can easily fix, like a loose wheel or a flat tire or something like that. So it's going to be Adam Garcia out front now, the 22 for the restart. Anthony Fox will be in second. Third will be Kukulon. Fourth for Jay Jefferson. Marshall Burrow in fifth. Jay Javrid up to sixth. Justin Zidell seventh. Eighth for Cole Luigi. Ninth for TJ Hanley. Michael Gregory rounding out the top 10. Nathan Stapleton 11th. 12th for Roman Fenway. 13th is Luke Rainey. 14th for Jonathan Beeford. Levi Shones in 15th. They have Max Anderson 16th. Trey Rainey 17th. 18th Carter Friesen. 19th Riley Sampson. 20th for Riley Spurley. Anthony Charles 21st. Jeff Bright 22nd. 23rd William Bullen. 24th Ryan Barber. 25th Derek Hamill. Diego Yepes 26th. Carson Bowers 27th. 28th Steve Morgan. 29th Casey Necco. 30th for Anthony Hernandez. Dale Lanning currently 31st. Edwin Mendez 32nd. 33rd Griffin Lynn. 34th 34th is going to be Eli Bright. 35th Isaac Nichols. 36th Jake Richardson. 37th Zachary Fitzwater Jr. and 38th for Scott Gregory. Back green here in Indianapolis. Garcia with a great jump. He gets away. First battle side by side, Michael Gregory pulls down TJ Hanley but got back in line. Front two getaway. Kukulon third. Spun the tires. Jay Jefferson saw that. He pulls to the inside through 1 and 2. Jefferson for third. Down the back they race. Jefferson has help as well. The 95 Marshall Rowe went low. JJ Reed stays high in the 46. That's going to lose him all sorts of position. You see Zidell, Luigi pulling low. Gregory tries to pull on Hanley. The 23 slams the door, shut down low. So Bree and Kukulon, the 2 teammates, stuck up top with nowhere to go. Burrow moves to third by Jay Jefferson. As at the front, Fox trying to pressure. Garcia no mistake. Down the front they race. Back around to the yard bricks. Garcia leads in the 22. Fox. Ryan's bumper in second. For third, Zidell pulling on Burrow for the 95, trying to shut the door down low. As Fox looks low off turn 1. Didn't have the run to make it work though. Anthony Fox trying to pressure that 22 up the racetrack. We'll see if he can do it. Look at third on back. They have a nice run to draft down the back. Are they going to stay with that 38 and help him, or are they going to try and make the move for second? Where's Zidell going? The 10 is going to try and pull low right here. Burrow, though, pulls low. Here comes Hanley as well. Burrow, first, second, maybe slam the 30 in the rear end. Hanley inside Colucci grabs the spot. Zidell trying to get it down line. 3 wide. 3 wide for third off turn number 4. Back to the line. Beating and banging the 10 and the 23 are. They're still rubbing. I don't like the looks of that. Can Fox get clear? Still 3 wide. Still rubbing off to turn 1. That's for third. Michael Gregory goes low. Almost looking 4 wide. Off the corner. Contact made. And they're still 3 wide. Now they soar back down to double file. Great job by those drivers keeping it clean. Just some rubbing. High speed, 200 miles an hour rubbing, but it's fine. They are able to sort it out. Hanley now moves behind Burrow. They're second and third. At the line, 11 to go in the Brickyard 400. Adam Garcia out in front and in control, looking for his first ever Gatorade Cup Series triumph. Hanley to the inside of Burrow. He'll grab second away. 11 to go to the start-finish line. TJ Hanley, he got a little soft the corner, moved up now. Michael Gregory looks for that position. 11 laps to go in the Brickyard 400 for Season 10. Gregory getting a push from Nathan Stapleton, the 16 car. And Stapleton won last race, the Southern 500 at Darlington. Can he win in his home track, Indianapolis, for the Gatorade Cup Series Brickyard 400? It would be a great triumph for the Indiana native. You know that Hoosier would love to get the victory lane in the Brickyard 400. 10 more laps to figure out who does win this race. Hanley with a pull to the inside of Garcia. Can he make the pass work off turn 4? I believe he's gonna. Back to the line. Garcia up top. Hanley down low. And Hanley's help from fellow veteran Michael Gregory. Now 2 champions on the inside working together. Hanley and Gregory. TJ leads with 10 to go. 25 miles away. Max Anderson. 3 champions on the inside working together. Hanley, Gregory, and Anderson. Michael now looks to the inside. TJ as they come off turn 2. Can he pull to the inside of Hanley? Down the back. You see Marcus Touchy up in the 17. He fell lap down. Now he's off the pace. That's because he doesn't have any draft. If they catch up to him, he'll be all right to keep up to pace because they'll be in the draft. Max Anderson ends up for second on Michael Gregory. Trey Rainey, the 18, looking for a great points day. Same with Riley Sampson behind him in the 40 car. All these drivers looking for great points days to keep themselves in contention for the chase for Season 10. And then being side by side for P2 is allowed Hanley in the lead to pull away just a little bit. BK Racing right now, first and second. Hanley and Anderson lead the race. Trey Rainey inside the 18 car for P2. Here comes Trey, one win this season back at ISM early in the season. He currently moves to second down the backstretch. And why does Trey Rainey want to make the chase? Well, there's a race at ISM in the chase. That'd be a great booster for the 18 team. Riley Sampson, the 40, fights to the inside to grab second away. He'll look low off turn number 3 now for the top spot. Can Roman Fenway go 3 wide? Sampson gonna try and shut the door down low. He pulls to the inside. Hanley, even with him. Back to the line. Riley Sampson leads in the Brickyard 400 Indianapolis. Fenway behind the 13, pushing him clear. Now can Fenway make the move for the lead off to turn 1? He's looking low. He's there. Fenway for the top spot. He'll take it easily from Riley Sampson. Zidell, power move to get to second. And Ryan Brommer to third in the 6th. Jonathan Beefer gets to 4th. Carter Friesen for 5th. Dale Lightning riding at the back of the field in the first half of the race, but is up to 6th in the 47 car. Fighting, trying to get the points in from Jose Mills, who is currently out of the race. Zidell for the lead on Roman Fenway to turn 3. Pulling low. Justin Zidell off turn number 3. He's there to the inside of the 13. Back around to the start-finish line. The help is on the top side, though. The 10 really no help down low. Back to the line. Zidell and Fenway are side by side trying to side draft each other. Lap traffic ahead. Slower lap cars. Fenway leads. Can he stay clear, though? The 10. Zidell fighting to the inside, trying to keep it down there. Off turn number 1. He looks to the inside, but can't quite make it work as Carter Friesen goes 3 wide. Scott Gregory, lap traffic ahead. He is slower due to crash damage. How does Fenway and the rest of the field get around him? Oh, they caught him at the end of the backstretch. Not good for Fenway. Goes high. Friesen down low in the 34. Gregory blocking everyone now. Can Friesen get around a corner exit? He does. Carter Friesen inside. Move around Scott Gregory. Everyone on the outside's going to have to find a way down in line. Find a hole. Friesen to the lead. Coming around. 6 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. Charles Bois for the lead with Max Anderson, Michael Gregory, TJ Hanley getting away. Fenway on the outside gets away. Scott Gregory blocked the inside. That allows his teammate Zidell around the outside. How about that Jeff Wright Koldewich on the inside lane? They thought they had made, but then the 14 went down blocked. And Jeff can't move out. Look at that, they're stuck. 14 gonna move up in front of the one of Jonathan Beefer now. That's the worst thing a lap car can do is just keep switching lanes. If you're a lap car, staying in one lane. That's the best thing you can do. Now we have another lap car, the 15, Jake Richardson's ahead. How does Max Anderson and the others get around him? As they come off turn 4, the 83 slow a little down the inside, but he gets around on the inside. Max Anderson to the front at the Brickyard 400. 5 laps to go, and the yellow flag would end the race. Michael Gregory to second, battle for third, as Hanley the 23 moves to third. Carter Friesen to 4th. Charles Bois held up because of his teammate Jake Richardson. Brommer in the 6 will get around. Oh, they go 3 wide. Contact made. The 6 and the 55 rub off turn 2, but they sort it out. Back down the backstretch. Marcus Sanchi getting ahead, but he's not slow. Hanley to run, the 23 in third. Michael Gregory for the lead on Max Anderson, coming to 4 to go. Hanley had a good run because they were side by side as well. Back to the line. Back down the start-finish line. Michael Gregory leads with 4 to go in the Brickyard 400 for Season 10. Hanley just behind the 23. I think TJ has a run to the inside. He's down there. Help from Carter Friesen. They finished 1-2 in points back in Season 7. Hanley was able to win over Friesen. And now TJ push from Carter Friesen to get clear of Michael Gregory. Now Friesen looks low. Carter wants revenge. Can he get it done? End of turn 3 to the inside of the 23. Side by side. Roman Fenway with a nice run the 13. Does he go 3 wide? Staying in line for now. Behind the 34 car. He'll look out of line off turn 4. Back around. Friesen slams the door shut. Hanley. That allows the 13. No driving up down low. Hanley with a push from Michael Gregory. Can he get clear for a second? 3 to go. 3 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. Carter Friesen out front for third. Fenway inside Michael Gregory. Max Anderson, the 83 with a nice run. Ryan Brommer, the 6, up here as well. Cold Luigi, Anthony and Charles Bond, just as Idell. Now Friesen tried to pass the lap car. Marcus Sachi. It slows momentum a little bit. Hanley has a run to the back bumper. Does TJ pull out, make the move for the lead? Down the back to race off to turn 3. Here comes Fenway for second. Fenway's never won a Gatorade Cup Series race. He'll look for second on Hanley as Friesen tries to get around the lap car. Marcus Sachi. Side by side for second. Back to the start-finish line. 2 laps to go in the season 10 Brickyard 400. 5 miles remain. Eli Bright, a lap car ahead for Carter Friesen and the rest of the leaders. We should not catch any more lappers after Eli. Fenway got forced high by Hanley. TJ to the inside to grab second back away. And can he look on Friesen now on turn 2 for the third, fourth time? Use the 88 to pick. Down the back. Everyone halted by the 88 of Eli Bright. Hanley trying to pull clear. Brommer looks 3 wide in the 6th. Thinks better of it for now. But now he does go 3 wide for the lead. Ryan Brommer. A big move. He'll get the 23 around they go. To the inside, back up the racetrack. A massive crash. The leaders have crashed. Friesen trying to get back around the front. He pulls on Eli Bright. Cars upside down all over the place. Carter Friesen wins the season 10 Brickyard 400. A massive crash in 3 and 4. A terrible crash. Cars are all over the racetrack. Cars are upside down. Cars are everywhere. A massive crash to end the Brickyard 400. We have cars everywhere. Some got through, and a lot didn't. Carter Friesen wins the Brickyard 400. He had a 2-lap car buffer over Michael Gregory in 2nd. Hernandez will get 3rd. Jay Jefferson going to be credited with 4th, and Anthony Fox in 5th. JJ Reed will be 6th. William Bullen somehow gets away in 7th. Same with Casey Neck on 8th. Luke Rainey, what a great points day for him in 9th. He came in top 15 in points. This is going to help him greatly. And somehow Nathan Stapleton gets away with the 10th place finish. That should keep him inside the top 10 in points. Adam Garcia looks like he'll get away with 11th. Trey Rainey gets away with 12th. Fitzwater's going to be 13th. Yeah, all these cars right here that are coasting around, they are hoping they can get to the start-finish line. You're not going to be coming down pit row in the last lap with that damage. You're going to be coasting back around to the checkered flag so you can get all these points that you can get. Because look at all the cars that were on pit road. Look at all these cars. Look at the cars still smoking, trying to get back around. You can see Riley Sproul took the 26. He has no DNFs this season. So it's going to be Carter Friesen stealing a win at the Brickyard. He wins the season 10 Brickyard 400. He'll be able to kiss the bricks today. Carter Friesen wins the Brickyard 400 for season 10 and propels his chase chances alive. Friesen wins in Indianapolis, but the big story is the massive crash. As the leaders wrecked going 3 wide, drivers came back at the racetrack. We saw cars in the air, cars upside down. It was a terrible and scary crash. Let's go see what happened. There are many different camera angles of this as they go 3 wide for the lead. Eli Bright, the 88, the lap car, is ahead. He slowed up. Hanley and Friesen were deadlocked side by side. Ryan Brommer gets to run the 6. He takes it down to the bottom 3 wide. Just not enough room off turn number 3 to do that. Brommer to Hanley, spins him down to the inside. And then they'll come shooting back at the racetrack. The 6 comes right back up into the side of the 42. Hanley comes up and wipes out Charles Ball. Look at Luigi into the air and into the fence after being projected up there. Hanley the 23 around. And then the second pack comes in. Oh, gosh. Did you see that impact? Zidell hit hard. This angle doesn't really show it because we're just seeing Hanley up close. But a farther angle from the spectator from the Pagoda will definitely show a lot that happened in this crash. And a lot of cars that went tumbling upside down, hit. This angle doesn't really show much. It just shows Hanley sitting there. But right here, this angle is going to show a lot. As we're going to follow through with Kodoji, who spun like a top on the roof of his car. So the 6 of the 23 make contact. To the inside they go. The 6 of Brommer comes shooting back up the track into Luigi. That projects him into the air and into the fence. On top of Roman Fenway. Back down to earth. Cars come in. Charles Block gets it hard up in the air. The 20 goes upside down. Jeff Bright, Riley Sprotube. Kukulon comes in. Look at Nathan Stapleton miss it. Levi Schoen's in it. Jake Richardson. Trey Rainey. Look at Schoen's up off the ground. Yepes impacts pit wall. What a terrible crash. Look at this again. Just try and focus on everything that happened. And we'll slow it down after this. Hamill hit Charles Ball hard. And a lot of drivers did a great job missing it. I mean, we didn't really talk about all of them. We said Stapleton, obviously. Look at Trey Rainey stop, and then he'll get impacted hard. Patrick Smith, Levi Jones went upside down there. It was called Luigi upside down. Another look at it. But drivers like Luke Rainey did a great job getting by this. You saw like Luke Rainey and JJ Reed, they somehow split the gap to get by. A lot of those drivers need to do that as well to get points, but a vicious crash, a grinding crash here at the Indianapolis Speedway. The Brickyard 400 ends in a fiery crash. This may be the worst Brickyard 400 crash we have ever seen in the Gatorade Cup Series. Watch this from the still camera at pit entrance. Watch this right here. So this is on the pit wall, the blunt pit wall. You'll see some cars come spinning upside down. There's called Luigi. Look at that. Look at Bull in the 31. He got hit, but actually got away. And his third pack comes in even harder than the first. We got cars all over the place. So a terrible crash to end the Season 10 Brickyard 400. Carter Friesen gets the victory lane, but not after a terrible crash. Wipes out more than half the field on the second to last lap of the race. We'll slow it down. Look at it again as Carter Friesen wins the Brickyard 400. You see him getting away with there with Michael Gregory in second. Then third place as some of these cars try to get away. Look at that. William Bullen gets away the 31. Right there he stays low. Does Edwin Mendez get through this in the 11, or does he have to come down pit road? Yepez, look at that hit for Yepez well into the safer barrier. As he comes back up, Mendez has to stop. A lot of cars get through. There's Stapleton on the outside getting through. Then this third pack comes in and is going to nail some others. Trey Rainey goes for a tumble. Levi Jones upside down. Patrick Smith off the ground. Terrible crash to end the Brickyard 400 Indianapolis. Carter Friesen reigns supreme. He wins the Brickyard 400 in Season 10. A great chance to try and make the chase now. Let's go see the finishing results from a crazy Brickyard 400 Indianapolis. Here are the finishing results from the Brickyard 400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2 caution flags today for 5 laps. 10 lead changes, 9 different drivers laps today in the Brickyard 400. Carter Friesen out front the right. Time as the crash happened behind him. He gets the victory lane leading the most laps of 5. Second place for Michael Gregory, third for Anthony Hernandez, fourth Jay Jefferson, Anthony Fox in fifth. JJ Reed comes home with the 6th place, William Bull in 7th, Casey Neco 8th, Luke Rainey 9th, Nathan Stapleton rounding out the top 10. Adam Garcia 11th, 12th for Trey Rainey, Zachary Fitzgerald Sr. 13th, Riley Sperry 14th, 15th for Steve Morgan. Then 16th on down, a lap down or out. Riley Sampson 16th, Ryan Brommer 17th, Dale Lenning 18th, Griffin Lynn 19th, Diego Yepez in 20th. Max Anderson 21st, Carson Barrett from the pole 22nd, 23rd Derek Hamill 24th, Sebastian Kukulon 25th, Code Luigi, Anthony Charlebaugh 26th, 27th Isaac Nichols 28th, TJ Henley, Eli Bright 29th, Marcus Sachi 5 laps led in 30th, Roman Fenway 31st, 32nd Justin Zidell, 33rd Jeff Bright, 34th Edwin Mendez, 35th Marshall Burrow, Jonathan Beeford 36th, Levi Jones 37th, Scott Gregory 38th, Jake Richardson 39th, Patrick Smith 40th, 41st Jose Mills, and 42nd Kashawn Richardson. It was a destructive Brickyard 400, and this sets up a crazy race to the chase. One last race to make the chase. Let's go see how the points look before it. Here are the point standings after 25 of 26 regular season races. Jose Mills lucky enough to keep the points lead, but it's now only 5 points out of Dale Lightning, who is second. So they're going to be fighting for the points lead heading into the final race of the regular season. Griffin Lynn 3rd, Jay Jefferson 4th, and Riley Sampson in 5th. Riley Sperry gets his first DNF of the season, but is still 6th in points. Adam Garcia is currently 7th in points, 8th for Nathan Stapleton, 9th for Marshall Burrow, and Sebastian Kukulon rounds out the top 10 to 51. Luke Rennie currently holds 11th. He's actually tied with his brother Trey, so they're 11th and 12th. Eli Bryce currently 13th, 14th for Anthony Fox, 15th with Carter Friesen. And then you see Nathan Orman down there, 16th. Obviously, he's just fading now in points. Marcus Sachi now 17th in points. Scott Gregory is 18th. Anthony is 19th. And Jeff Bright currently holds station in 20th. 2 wildcard spots. Eli Bryant 13th and Marcus Sachi in 17th in points. But there's a lot more than just that in terms of wildcard spots. Marshall Burrow is not that far ahead of Luke Rainey in the point standings. He's only 60 points ahead. And he has 3 wins, so if he falls outside the top 10, he grabs a wildcard spot. The question is, could Sachi then pass Eli Bright, or does Bright keep the other wildcard spot? Does someone like, say, Carter Friesen win back-to-back races and move up and pass the 88? I mean, a lot can happen. They have Luke Rainey, who's 11th, same with Trey Rainey. They're right now tied 54 points back of the top 10 in points. So you need 54 points against the top 10. That would knock Kukulon out, who has a win. You have Stapleton, who's up there barely in. I would have to say the top the top 6 are possibly the safest and probably safe to make the chase. Marshall Rose basically locked in because he has 3 wins. He'll probably get a wildcard spot even if he does fall outside the top 10. Right now, I have to believe Mills, Lightning, Lynn, Jefferson, Sampson, and Spurley Tube are for sure safe. If not for sure, definitely safer than anyone else. So they have a great shot to make the chase. Garcia is not that far ahead. Same with Stapleton and Burrell and Kukulan. They have Luke Ray and Trey obviously trying to make it. Eli Bright, Fox, Friesen, Sachi, Scott Gregory, Hernandez, and Jeff Bright. And you look down here below the top 20, you get Pezos 21st, Max Anderson 22nd, Jay Drury 23rd, Michael Gregory 24th, Carson Bowers 25th, Roman Fenway 26th, Code Luigi 27th, 28th, Edwin Mendez, TJ Henley 29th, 30th for William Bolin, Ryan Breimer 31st, 32nd, Antonin Charlebois, 33rd, Zachary Fishwater Sr., 34th, Justin Zeidel, 35th for Krishan Richardson, Levi Schoen's 36th, Isaac Nichols 37th, Casey Neckel 38th, 39th, Steve Morgan 40th, Jonathan Beeford, and they have obviously Keegan Thompson, Derek Campbell, Derek Bouchard, Jake Richardson, and Patrick Smith down here, 45 drivers now in points, but how crazy is Atlanta going to be with all these scenarios happening? Obviously, you have Stapleton barely above, same with Adam Garcia barely above, Burrow barely above, Kukulan barely above, Luke Rainey and Trey Rain both trying to make it, Eli Bright trying to get a wildcard spot. Same with Marcus Sachi. They have Marshall Burrow. If he falls outside, he gets a wildcard spot. Does he steal it from Marcus Sachi then? Can Jeff Bright somehow get a second victory, move ahead of Marcus Sachi, try and get a wildcard spot? Can Friesen win a second race? Can Trey Rain and Luke Rainey win a race? Does Kukulan fall outside? Does someone like Marshall Burrow fall outside? Does Stapleton fall outside? Does a non-winner fall outside? A lot left to be determined in the final race of the regular season. The Atlanta Motor Speedway plays host to the final race of the regular season, the Aquafina Last Chance 500 at Atlanta. I will see you guys then.